Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. That was the challenge that John F. Kennedy gave to his fellow Americans after being elected President of the United States in 1960. Kennedy came from a wealthy and influential family, and attended the finest schools. However, he was not a spoiled rich kid, he was a decorated war hero, and he became a strong and dynamic president. One of the youngest presidents in American history, JFK, as he was often called, was handsome, vital, and full of dreams. He wanted the United States to play a bigger role in the world, particularly by encouraging democracy and fighting poverty. Kennedy spoke passionately about social justice in his own country, including an end to the ongoing racism against African Americans. And he had to fight with members of his own party over human rights issues. JFK also had ambitions for the entire human race, stating that he wanted to see people landing on the moon within 10 years. As president, JFK's dreams faced many challenges, not the least of which was the tension between the U.S. and Russia that came to be known as the Cold War, leading to one crisis after another. In 1962, Kennedy faced what is known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was one of two major confrontations during the Cold War period, and is generally regarded as the moment in which the Cold War came closest to turning into a nuclear conflict. As well, the United States was being drawn into the problems of Vietnam, which would lead to an unpopular war. Through it all, Kennedy continued to challenge and inspire Americans to change the world. Then, just 3 years after being elected, JFK was assassinated. Americans were in shock. They could not believe their young and vital leader was dead. In the face of tragedy, JFK's ambitious dreams lived on. He had laid the groundwork for nuclear arms treaties with Russia, civil rights legislation that banned discrimination, and the Apollo space program that in 1969 landed the first human on the moon, just as JFK had dreamed. Although historians recognize that Kennedy had to make a lot of compromises when it came to upholding his vision and principles, Americans remember him as a great leader and a man determined to help his country achieve greatness.